New Zealanders take immense pride in our farming sector, and so we should. Farming is a part of who we are as a nation, and it's a crucial part of our economy. But the intensive industrial farming model that's become the norm in New Zealand is wreaking havoc on our land, our climate, and our clean green brand. Who's behind this switch? Dairy giant Fonterra. Thanks to the pressure applied by this multinational, dairy farmers are using more chemicals and inputs, and are increasing herd numbers. All of these lead to more climate change. A recent Greenpeace investigation showed Fonterra is implicated in Indonesian and Malaysian rainforest destruction because of the huge quantity of palm-based animal feed being used on New Zealand farms. Last year, we imported 1/4 of the world's palm kernel production. Massive swaths of rainforest are being cleared in order to grow palm products. As a result, orangutans are losing their homes, and global greenhouse gas emissions are skyrocketing. Back home, Fonterra is committing further climate crimes. In the last couple of years, tens of thousands of hectares of New Zealand forests have been felled to make way for corporate farms. Fonterra is one of New Zealand's biggest users of coal, and emissions from agriculture continue to climb thanks to overstocking of cows and the increased use of chemical fertilizer. Where does this leave our clean green brand?
The reality is that we're not clean and green, we're a bit dirty and brown, and we're not 100% pure. Brand is hugely important, not just to the products, and not just to us differentiating ourselves in the world market, but it's also how we identify ourselves as a nation. It's critically important, and that's what gives a country its soul. And in what we're doing, we're shitting on the soul.
Consumers in key overseas markets are becoming more concerned with where their food comes from and the environmental impact of its production. Our tourism sector is equally at risk if New Zealand isn't seen to be taking climate change seriously. Industrial dairy farming is by far New Zealand's biggest contributor to climate change. It's not sustainable, and not in line with how we market ourselves overseas. New Zealand must move away from intensive farming for the sake of our climate, our farmers, and our clean, green brand.